Hello everyone and welcome back to Rand Street once again. Praise the Lord, I'm alive. Today's video is of course another album of the week. I really enjoyed last week's album of the week with Emily King, and today we're gonna keep the ball rolling and go in order of my playlist. And today's album of the week is The Spectrum by Daley. I discovered Daley in 2015 or 14, one of them. He came out with this song called Those Who Wait, and I instantly fell in love with his tone, his voice, and his music. And so I've became a fan, and I've still been a fan, and I really love the Spectrum album. So it's going to be an album of the week that I recommend that other people listen to. So we're going to get right into it. As always, I'm going to tell you what the artist wanted us to get from the album. I got today's information from Tidal.com, their magazine or whatever, and it says as follows. The album followed the breakup with Daley's label and the passing of a good friend. He says he's going through his words, a spiritual revolution, learning about life, space, and experiencing loss, and putting together those things and getting a feel of what your place may be in the world. This is the Spectrum album. So, as someone who has dealt with a lot of loss, I kind of understand why I became so in love with this album. I listen to this album all the time. He even had a feature with Jill Scott on Until the Pain Is Gone, and it was beautiful. It's one of my favorite songs ever that a lot of people need to be hooked as much as me on. So let's hop right into the 3 songs in an honorable mention, as always. Number 1 is the song I just talked about, which is Until the Pain Is Gone featuring Jill Scott. I'm just gonna play this clip right here. If you need love, say it. I know that you feel it, but I can't keep holding on and on. I need to know that I'm the one, 'cause I know that you get lonely. So show me the things you're scared to show me. We can go on and on and on till the pain is gone. You guys, if you believe love, say it. Just spoke to me, because I've been in relationships where after high school, because I only really dated one guy in high school, and so after high school when I would date and stuff, the hardest thing that I had with relationships was I never fell in love with anyone. So when he says, if you believe love, say it, there's something in me that believes in love, but it's so hard for me to believe in it with someone else. Like, I can love my family, I even love my dogs beyond measure, and I love everyone. It's just that in love it's like a different thing, and it's hard for me. I don't know if it's anyone else, but it's hard for me to feel like I'm actually in love with someone. And so this album, this song to me was very much a beautiful sonnet of my actual personal feelings. And Until the Pain Is Gone, I'm still dealing with pain from my relationships in high school, from my friendships in high school and stuff. So the fact that this song resonated so much with me made me fall even more in love with Daley. Like, I'm just enamored with the way he sings. Even the background, like if you listen to Until the Pain Is Gone, I hope you guys will after you watch this video. If you listen to the background notes, like the placement of harmonies with his voices and Jill Scott's voices, the placement of the keys, because you can hear the beginning intro where he goes, ah, I don't think I did that right, but I can't even sing that high. Why did I try that? Anyway, but that, just the small little placements of beautifully sung notes, perfectly placed music, musical instruments, just made me fall in love. Like, I play this song almost every day, you guys. That's how much I love this song. So of course it was number 1. Let's move on to number 2. Slow Burn. I love this song. I'm gonna play it right here. I think with me, with Slow Burn, it was the music, period. I loved the lyrics. I would recommend that you really listen to the lyrics because you can see he's going through this journey. He's going through a journey. You can hear it in the lyrics. But you guys, Slow Burn was beautiful. And it was like a jam. Like, I was really vibing with it. I was like, But Slow Burn was great. I think Daley, he's a UK based artist, which is why a lot of his music isn't played here. Of course, if you do like me and you go look for artists that aren't on the radio or aren't popularized by everyone, you'll find some amazing artists. Like, I just found this artist named Elijah Waters that was on Color Studios, and I was just like, where have you been all my life? And I usually do that with a lot of artists, but when I discovered Daley, I think it was one of those times where you were in high school in the computer lab and you were on, it was this weird website where you could listen to free music. I don't think it's around anymore, but you could just listen to music, and it used to have your favorite artists, but then it would just have those artists that nobody really talks about. And Daley came up, and I can't remember what album it was. I think it was his first album because it wasn't Spectrum. This is his sophomore album. But I'm pretty sure when Those Who Wait came on, there was just something about his tone that I was just like, a word, like, I knew instantly hearing his voice, because a lot of times when I discover an artist, I try to mimic how they sing, 1, and 2, I try to find as much music as I can. And after I found Those Who Wait, I discovered a song called Remember Me with Jessie J, and I was just like, he has pipes. And on Slow Burn, I feel like the lyricism helped me understand that, oh, he also has a story. And I love Slow Burn. Even if it was like an upbeat, I feel like it had a meaning to it, and I fell in love with it. I kind of rambled, my bad. Number 3 is clip right here. You set me on, you set me on fire, you turn me on, you set me on fire, you set me on, you set me on fire, you set me on fire, you set me on. When I tell you on Fire. Now this is a bop. Like, I love music, and I love when something can just make me groove. On Fire did just that. Like, Daley, I know he was experiencing loss, and he had just broken up with his label and everything, but the fact that he could still make feel good music even through the midst of all that hardship and mourning is just amazing to me. I always look up to people who can do that because, as I said earlier, I've experienced a lot of loss in my family, in my life, and this album took me on a roller coaster of, I don't know how to feel. Like, do I feel happy, or do I feel like, I didn't even think about it like that. Like, I love when albums take you on this roller coaster that, like, he literally said that he wanted people to go on this spiritual revolution with him. And even though it's not like a spiritual revolution in the sense of gospel, because I do believe in God heavily and I love him. Thank you, Father, for waking me up this morning. I love you. Even though he isn't going on a gospel or religious spiritual journey, I'd say, it's still much of a revolution that you deal with pain and then you overcome pain, because you can deal with pain but it's still be in your subconscious and you never really overcome it. But in this album I felt like he overcame it in the end. Maybe it's still, like, I'm not saying you're gonna be fine, but you can find happiness, because On Fire had me happy and wanting to explore love again and wanting to, like, just dance. Like, I was just like, Daley, you did that. Okay, so this went kind of fast today, but I'm okay with that. Alright, so last but not least is the honorable mention. Today's honorable mention goes back, I think, up to like 3 or 4 in the album, to Selfish. I'm gonna play the clip right here.
One thing, and I'm done, but you should know that you did nothing wrong. You may be wondering why I seem cold. I'm just being selfish, yeah, I'm on hold.
Selfish. Okay, so the lyrics, you may be wondering why I seem cold. I'm just being selfish. Yeah, I'm on hold. I mean, it's cruel to be kind, but tell me what's on your mind. I'm just being selfish. I'm just being selfish. This and Until the Pain Is Gone and Temple, even though Temple isn't on this list, Selfish, Until the Pain Is Gone, and Temple hit me where it hurt, I think. Because a lot of the times when you're going through something, it doesn't stop other people from, I'm not gonna say using you, because everybody doesn't use you, but I think it stops other people from understanding that I need time. And it's almost as if some people see you as being selfish because you can't give yourself to them. Like, you can't give them your time, you can't give them the energy that they sometimes draw from you, and you can't give them the attention that they're seeking because you need to be selfish because you're going through something. And I feel like Selfish really hit me where it hurts, because I feel like it's okay to be selfish. It is nothing wrong with being to yourself and allowing yourself time to be alone. There's nothing wrong with that. And this song kind of I think I discovered this album when it came out. Yes, it did, because I was really following him heavy. And I didn't know subconsciously what I was dealing with grief-wise, because I had experienced something very personal. And I went to college, and when I was in college, before I ended up leaving, I discovered this album because I had been following him. And I was one of those people where, I'm not trying to boost myself because it's not true, but it's sometimes people have high energy, and their energy can affect other people. Even if they don't know it, you can affect people around you. Like, we all have these energy spaces, and it's a lot of the times why some people have the ill intent, because you can feel it. You know when you feel somebody isn't right, you can feel it. That to me is that energy. And sometimes when you're that person with high energy and everybody draws from you and they're like, you're the life of the party. I think that's the term, life of the party. But it's really your high energy, and people kind of bounce off you to get high energy as well, so they can have a good time. And so when all of that was happening, I was that friend. All of my friends were this way. We were all very high energy. We brought energy with us wherever we went. And subconsciously, I wasn't dealing with the grief. I wasn't dealing with the anger and the sadness and stuff. So it kind of became this boulder that was on my shoulders, and I was just carrying it around. And then towards the end of, I think, my freshman year, towards the end of the first semester of my sophomore year, I kind of started separating myself, because I understood that it was time for me to be selfish and take care of me. I had to fix this. So selfish, sentiment alone is a learning piece, because I know I jammed with it. You may be wondering, like, you can vibe to it or whatever, but when you listen to them lyrics, you better learn how to be selfish a little bit. Not selfish like some of these people, these pompous selfish people, but you know what I'm saying. Take some time for you. But as you can see, when I was talking about all these songs, Daley is one of them people that is just, he's good at his job. And his voice doesn't hurt either. He has one of the best voices I've ever heard, ever. And that's on that, period. He's one of the best male vocalists that I just love to hear him sing every time. So that was the Spectrum album. Please don't hesitate to check out the artists that I mentioned in this video. Daley, D-A-L-E-Y. Maybe I should spell them, but I put them on the screen, so hopefully you know. But yes, Daley is one of my favorite artists, and I'm not mad at it. I love when I fall in love with artists, period. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like videos like these. If you do, please don't hesitate to hit that like button. Leave a comment. I love to see comments, and I will respond. And you can also subscribe to the street, where everything is. I'm gonna come up with something to say to in these videos that's like cool. Come on, subscribe to me. I'm giving you new artists to fall in love with. Come on. I give the best hugs. I'll give you a hug. Anyway, as I always say, I hope you have a blessed day. I hope that God continues to pour blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings in your life, because he will do just that. And I love you so much, guys. Peace out.